CCL fans, what is up and welcome back. It is time for another episode of I Just Invested. This is obviously where I showcase what I've purchased recently. Mostly in this episode, it is going to be baseball and baseball prospects. But without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to start off with a couple of some lighter raw cards, nothing too heavy or serious. But I have been loading up on a lot of Blue Jays color lately from 22 Bowman, so kind of fun. We've got Esteban Machado's Gold Shimmer, numbered 250, 22 of 50. This guy only set me back $12. I am going to do a little bit of an episode on why it's important to buy baseball prospects and cards from your local geography. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, I actually reside in Canada, and I live about an hour away from where the Blue Jays play. But Blue Jays are really big, obviously, up here in my market, so they do well. Next up, we've got one of the phenoms for the Blue Jays from 22 Bowman. This is Martin Jimenez. His blue, 98 of 150. I paid $18 for this. Not too bad for a true blue. Obviously, no ink. Then a bit bigger of a card here. We've got Jimenez's Gold Auto numbered to 50. This one set me back $75. It looks pretty good. I've taken a look at it. Probably going to be sending that off to PSA. Jimenez hasn't had a tremendous start to his pro career, but again, I'm a big advocate of buying these young kids who are 16, 17, 18, 19 when they're cheap, because you never know when they're going to blow up and you can unload. Then we've got actually one of my favorite prospects. He's not necessarily young. He's from 22 Bowman, but Damiano Palma Gianni. This is blue, 62 of 150. I paid $33 for this. I've got a few that I'm going to slide in and out here. His blue here again was $33. I've got his Atomic, which I bought privately for just over $20, numbered 39 of 100. And then his True Gold, 20 of 50. This one set me back $25. If you don't know Damiano Palma Gianni, he was really under the radar, being he was a bit older in Single A for Dunedin, but he is absolutely mashing the ball. He is now in Vancouver, where he continues to mash. He's hitting 350 with an OPS, well over 1,000. He is really underrated, and I think mostly because he is 22. But if he makes Double A New Hampshire by the season end, that'll going into next season. 23 in Double A is not too bad, and his cars are dirt cheap. I've got now, I think for Dom, I'll actually put this back on camera. I've got 2 of his True Reds. I think this is my 4th gold. I've got definitely 4 blues, a whack of purples, because I've been chasing them here and there with Pristine Worldwide. You guys know Pristine Worldwide is my favorite breaker, and the Jays have been an excellent value, and I talked about that in one of my episodes. I think it was about 22 Bowman. For $65, you get guys like, again, Jimenez. You get Palma Gianni, who's really unappreciated considering how hard he hits. And then you've got guys like Otto Lopez and Samad Taylor, who are just under the radar prospects. Guys, don't give them a second thought. But then we got, we're going to move on a little bit here. We've got this card. It does have some print lines, but really well centered, no dimples. I bought this Moreno for $195. It is going to go to grading after I give it a little bit more of a cleaning. Moreno's cards, I actually paid $195 for this card, but his cards are down a lot. And I think it's because people feel like, he's going to get sent back down. But what a great time to buy. I feel like his autos in PSA 10 from 2020 Bowman Chrome have been going for like $150. In that situation with Toronto, I feel like, with Alejandro Kirk, Danny Jansen coming back, and Moreno, I think eventually Danny Jansen's going to be the odd man out because Kirk is mashing as well. So speaking of Alejandro Kirk, here is his True Gold. Couldn't resist buying this bad boy for $475. I did miss the orange, but great subs. Again, I do like BGS because of the subs. Number 1 of 50. Kirk is having a tremendous season, and he actually might make his first All-Star game, which is super cool. I may actually crack and cross this one to PSA and then resell, but for now, we'll just kind of see how his season goes. But I like Kirk quite a bit. And then we've got, you guys will know this guy. I've talked about this guy and how much I like him. Fire Hose for an Arm, TJ White. I picked this green up a couple of weeks ago for like $200. You can't even get some of his raw color for $200. So what a fabulous price this is. I am going to address this in an upcoming episode, but generally speaking, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. Baseball prospects, just in general, unless it's 22 guys, are just like the prices just keep coming down and down and down. And what a great opportunity to load up on some of these guys at depressed prices. I'm not going to say no to a $200 green TJ White. I love this kid. He's so talented, hits hard, great tools, high ceiling prospect. I keep adding to his color because he is so cheap. And then we've got a Blue Jay who I think is just having kind of a ho-hum season, and his cards are getting cheaper. I did an episode a while back on Bo Bichette. I picked this base auto up for $762 at auction maybe a little over a month ago. But, it's only a matter of time before Bo really, really heats up and his cards increase in value. He's only 22, 23 years old now. He's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's actually 24. My apologies. But it's hard to believe because he's been in the league for a few years. But, the sky's the limit for this guy, and I'm a big fan of buying cards when they're down at $760-ish for a Bichette base auto. I'm not going to say no. And then we've got, here we go, my man, Tucupita Marcano, his orange. This one actually only cost me about $175, his orange. I bought this probably 7 weeks ago before he actually debuted for the Pirates this year. He has been sent back down to AAA after coming back from the COVID list. He was just, he wasn't hitting very well. He was kind of soft, so he got sent back down. But I like Marcano a lot. At 22 years old, tons of talent. He's got great versatility. He's got a great eye at the plate. I like Marcano when I buy his cards when they come down in price. And then we've got Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts. Again, I've talked about Mookie Betts in a lot of episodes, but this one obviously has True Gem Plus BGS 9.5. I picked this up for just over $1,200 probably 6 weeks ago. It might even be cheaper now. But because of the career Mookie has had, I mean, cards like this, when the market picks back up for baseball cards like this are going to be the first things that start to rise because he's been there, done that. I said before, he's stamped his ticket to the Hall with those numbers. He's going to the Hall, and he might even get another ring this year if he can stay healthy. I mean, he'll get a ring anyways, but, the big issue with him is if he stays healthy. But, he has a tremendous career. I can't say no to Mookie Betts. Those base cards at their peak were, I believe, several $1,000s, and then they came down to $2,000, and now they're $1,200. But again, maybe even lower now. I don't know. But I'll continue to buy Mookie. And this guy, one of the highly touted pitchers from 21 Bowman draft. This is Frank Mazzucato's True Gold 22 of 50 PSA 9. Paid $117 for this at auction. I think it was $117, maybe $120 at auction maybe 5 weeks ago. Again, prospects just keep coming way, way down. He is 19. He got off to a really, really soft start for the Fireflies in low A. But because he's 19, they've got time. And his numbers are a little misleading. I know a lot of guys don't like pitchers. I actually am a pitcher guy. I like pitchers. But Mazzucato, he only pitches like 2 or 3 innings a game. I guess they're taking their time with him. So his ERA and WHIP, at 6 and 1.8, it was around there recently. It looks kind of inflated, but he's not pitching full games. So, they obviously have a plan for him. And I like him as a prospect. One of these guys who was a big name coming out of 21 draft, and now his cards get cheaper and cheaper. And I'm eyeballing more of his stuff because I really like what Mazzucato has to offer in terms of tools. And he's just got an incredible arm. This one is kind of a really cool card. If you don't know, if you watch the show, you probably know his dad was Jose Cruz Jr., a big-time Blue Jay back in the late 90s. This is Trey Cruz. I think he's in high A. I didn't buy this as a great investment. This is actually going to go to my PC. His True Blue. I got this at auction for $26. And it is something cool to have in my collection, being that his dad was one of my favorite players of all time. Just wanted to have a Trey Cruz card. And True Blue on a Tigers uniform. It's just very pretty, kind of like artwork. And some more guys that you will not be surprised I'm buying. Wilder Patino. I picked this True Gold up at auction for $300. Patino is still stuck in low A Visalia. He's actually doing well. He's hitting about 280. He's got 8 or 9 home runs. He has something ridiculous like 45 steals, and he's still just 20 years old. It's only a matter of time before he gets sent up to high A, where Jordan Lawler just got sent, in my opinion. And because he's only 20 years old, I believe he's still 20. Yeah, he's 20 for another week or so. He's still young, and he's a cheap prospect that is, again, forgotten. I'll keep kind of pounding the table on Patino. I like him a lot, and $300 for his True Gold and PSA 10. I will take that bet all day long. Another guy who I've talked about and I still like, and I like him maybe even twice as much. I joked about that a couple of weeks ago. Luis Matos, True Green, PSA 10, $800. It's actually a little bit cheaper now. I bought this about 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was a great price. I like Matos, again, twice as much as I used to like him. His cards are like half price, or some of them are like 75% off. An example was a True Blue was a routine card in PSA 10 for $2,500. I know it just sold for $800 privately. I mean, these are incredible prices, guys, and Matos is still young. Yeah, he's having a terrible season, although his average is up a bit lately. But, I mean, he's a talented guy. I imagine he bounces back. And if I lose money on Matos, I lose money on Matos. But he's still a great player, and I will pay less for his cards. If I was willing to pay $1,200, I'm willing to pay $800. And then we've got my man Maximo Acosta. I know I've talked about him as well. Fans of the show know I'm a big fan of this guy. Plays in low A for the Down East Ducks. His numbers keep getting better. He's almost hitting 270. Great number of steals, great swing. I actually paid $450 for this card maybe 6 weeks ago before shipping it home. I know these are half price now. You can pick these up for $200 at auction, maybe a little bit more than that. What a great price for a young prospect. And I am picking up more of his cards at discounted prices. I like to average down with any investment. If I really like the player or the investment, I'm going to average down. I'm going to buy his cards even lower to bring my total cost down. And again, with prospecting, it can be dangerous. If he turns out to be not any good, that's okay. But I still like Acosta a lot. I still like him to actually maybe get a bump to Hickory by the end of the year, high A, when some of these guys start moving up. But Maximo Acosta, True Blue, beautiful card, 130 of 150. And lastly, we've got Anthony Volpe. I've been pining to own some Volpe cards for a while. They finally are getting cheaper. I bought this one 5 weeks ago for $2,000. I overpaid. Hindsight's 2020. They're routinely $1,200 to $1,300, but I bought this when Volpe was hitting about $170 because his cards had come down. They were down from like $3,000 and change to $2,000. I wanted better prices. I don't know when the bottom's going to be, but I wanted a better price. And Volpe is a talented guy. He's 21 AA, and he has been mashing for the last like 6 weeks. So yeah, I say buy Volpe now I wouldn't say cheap, but he's cheaper than he was. And if you liked him at $3,000, you've got to love him around $1,000. So I say, I think Volpe, if he keeps going the way he's going, he's going to get a move to AAA by the end of the year. And buy more of Volpe's cards. That's it for the reveal, gang. Thank you very, very much. There's going to be some new prospect talk videos coming out in the coming weeks. But yes, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I talk a lot about the guys I'm buying, and then like this episode, I showcase who I've bought. I buy what I say. Thank you very much, all. Appreciate you. Have an awesome weekend. Built